So a therapist in the hospital said, when you don't know what's next, when there's uncertainty ahead, she said, have you tried parallel paths? Like,
Oh, yes.
and she said, well, you look at the situation and you look at the two obvious outcomes. There may be more than that, but the two that you want, or the one that you want for sure, the hope path, which is you hope he outgrows them. And then envision life like that. What would life look like if
Mhm.
he did outgrow them and he resumed normal progression? And then on the reality path, or the path you don't want, um, what would life look like if he doesn't? And
Mhm.
that just really calmed me down of this cycle and gave me paths I could journey on really at the same time. What would life look like if he was able to come home and he resumed normal development? And should I explore options if he can't come home? And what would that look like? And so either way, it kept me moving. It wasn't cyclical, it was moving in directions.
Mhm. Mhm.
And over time, it became obvious what was that he wasn't going to be able, his seizures continued and that he was going to be in a declining situation.
Mhm.
But I use that image of parallel paths with my divorce. Would we reconcile? Would we not? With my paralysis, would I walk? Would I not? And in that way, these two paths, it kept me moving forward. And so when the one option became obvious, then I'd already done work on that. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, I wasn't prepared at all.
Mhm.
But I really think that was a helpful way for me to keep moving because I think keeping moving is very important. We risk isolation when we just spin. Um, and another thing I like to do, I would I call them put them on a shelf. When things are troubling, I have a couple these shelves in my mind. It's like I'm not going to deny that this is an issue, but I'm not going to look through it every day. I'm going to put it on the shelf in my mind, and then worry about that another time. But then do what's next in my life to live fully in the life I do have when I don't know what's ahead, and then spend
Mhm.
time in that.